This is a pretty interesting video with an interesting title. While your ass don't want to, yiff in hell. I think that, first of all, I just want to say I don't even know how to tackle this. Because it's so stupid and backwards. Okay, there's a video on YouTube called Yiff in Hell, and there's this furry on it, and he's explaining, what is it, beta, Delota or some bullshit. Posted the video 3 fucking years ago, talking about how, it's okay if furries go to hell, because in old Christian folklore, not everybody who went to hell suffered. We can have a party, we can indulgence, and we can yiff forever, we can have one big party, we can have as much sex as we want, and all this bullshit. I do realize, that a lot of things in the Bible cannot be taken 100% literally. When it talks about this, it's talking about the lower astral realms. And, there are realms that are a lot like this one. A lot like the one that we are on, and they're all physical and, you get cut, you bleed, type stuff. But it just, it just speaks to me. It really speaks to me how degenerate a group of people must be to, not see the bigger picture in the message of Christianity, in the message of the Bible. Because something like, you're a nasty yiffer, you're going to be separated from God. It's able to be looked at in such a superficial way because of how the church and a lot of, religions really, really water shit down and make things seem like it's no big deal. It's given us the lowest fucking standards I've ever seen in a society. You know what I think the biggest problem is with our society? Why people like this exist? People like, Beta, Eta, Delota, and fucking Hypnotist Sappho, and all these fucking people, in this fucking fandom that have managed to get in this fandom, is this idea that the action that Christians will tell you sends you to hell isn't already one with hell, and the concept of it. The idea that elevating yourself isn't already one with the idea and the notion of God. It's like, we don't have to believe in God. We can be free. We can do whatever we want. Blah, 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 blah. Well, ignoring the idea that there's some bald-headed dude up there with 10 commandments, and he's writing this stuff down. Oh my God, he's looking at yiff. Let me send him down to hell. Look, whether you realize it or not, you are always, without exception, lowering your quality of life when you waste dopamine. From a fundamental point of view, from a scientific point of view, from a moral philosophy point of view, true human evolution, true oneness with good, which many call God, can only exist when you refine your taste and you become the highest possible version of yourself. And you got these, you know, 3 watt light bulbs walking around talking about how, well, hell is not really, you know, you can party all day and blah blah blah. Like, it's like they don't know the prison of being in that level of consciousness. They haven't tasted anything higher, and they think to themselves, well, those Christians are just stupid. They don't know what they're talking about. You know, have you ever thought that maybe a lot of the things in that Bible, whether it's meant to be taken literally or not, is a reflection of some of the higher truths that exist in the world, some of the higher truths that spirituality and enlightenment has been teaching for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, if not millions of fucking years. And you guys are, lowering your energy, raising your tolerance to this nasty shit, making yourself a degenerate. You might be good at drawing nasty shit, but that's just about the only damn thing you're good at. It's declining who you are fundamentally as a person. So, it doesn't matter to me. That's what people like this do not understand. People who make videos like Yiff in Hell, and all this crap that these these kind of live and let live people post. They don't understand that fundamentally, a human being, from a philosophical point of view, is the most evolved thing. We are capable of the most high nature. We're capable of being like God. Throw away the nonsense you've heard about people saying that, human nature is fundamentally flawed. That's not what the Bible says. The Bible says man itself was made in God's image. Corruption is made in the image of the beast. So when you overcome that beast nature, you step in to your true humanity. You step into something greater than somebody who just wants to sit there and beat their meat to fucking R34. I don't get this. It doesn't make sense to me. I do not understand the nature of these people that are just willing to sacrifice that spark of divinity for a few seconds of pleasure. I don't get it. It's not like, it's like you're experiencing hell when you produce hell here, right? But you can also go to a lower realm and you can experience the same shit, and you're going to be grouped with the people who have the vibration that you have. But see, what you don't understand is that's not the punishment. The punishment is that you had that vibration in the first place that put you in that position. The kingdom of heaven is within. That is because We are capable of changing our frequency. We're capable of living in a higher way. And I do not understand, for the life of me, how this goes in one ear and out the other for these type of people. Makes no goddamn sense. It's never made sense to me, and it's never gonna make sense to me.